Good morning. My name is Shiki Katagami, your divine diva of FSPEN Gen 3 LAMENTUS. And I would say it is a pleasure to see you, but I would rather be in bed. And today we are talking. We're hanging out. I'm coughing this morning for some reason. It's kind of dry. I don't really know what else to say about that. Yeah. I don't know why I'm coughing this morning. I had to fucking find my inhaler. I think I saw a couple of memberships, huh? I remember one of them was Bitter Gumdrops. Thank you. Welcome to the Katagami. Oh, Vixie Nix. Welcome to the Katagami. Thank you. Anything else that I missed? Oh, Kimmy sent me a coffee. Thank you, Kimmy. I wish I could go get a coffee, but the Shiki mobile is still exploded. So that will hopefully be sorted today. Did I sleep well? Not enough. Never do. Eat anything? Just a little bit. I had a small bowl of cereal. Okay, guys. DoorDash? What do you think I am? Made of money? That's a $50 coffee right there. Was it soggy? No. No. Oh. Caelen Dolzada. Thank you for the 5 gifted. That is a name and a half. 50? Ever heard of hyperbole? Ever heard of hyperbole? I just handed in another cat for death runes. Thought you guys should know. Hyperbole for comedic effect? Yeah. No? What do you mean no? How many death runes do I have right now? I have 700 now because the first cat I handed in was only for 100 because I had failed to realize that I needed the easy arty achievement diaries to get 200. Where's our mini box of RuneScape gameplay like we're iPad kids? I really wish I could do that, but I kind of feel like I'm not allowed. Like the stream says Zatsu, and I'm not allowed to play RuneScape on the stream unless it says RuneScape, even if I put the perms in. What the? Happy New Year, Shiki. I've had exclusively a VOD watcher to the time zone, but I wanted to make the effort to express my thanks for your hard work. Just Kaheta is fine. Kaheta. Heard. But I was correct in assuming it was an H sound, right? But thank you for the Aka, and Happy New Year to you as well. I appreciate you watching the VODs. VOD watcher is also very important. Yep. We've been robbed. I mean, I can ask my manager, like, listen, if I just put RuneScape in the description, can I just put it in the corner? You know? Saku, thank you for the 1 gifted, Saku. Generous as always. But yeah, if it isn't obvious, I'm playing RuneScape in the background here. I'm basically fishing lobsters and growing cats. There's not much else to it. Yeah, for those who are out of the loop, in RuneScape, you can raise kittens to cats, and it takes about 3 real hours of having the cat following you around, and you have to pet it sometimes, and you have to feed it sometimes. And when the cat is fully grown, you can trade it to the people in the Plague City for 200 death runes, and then you can just go buy another one for 100 coins and then just do it again. And death runes are really good, especially in the early to mid game. So having a good stock of them for what is effectively free is really good. Flesh Queen, first birthday I get to spend with you and Femishiki. Hopefully many more to come. Happy birthday. I'm not going to do it, guys. I know other VTubers sing the whole song. I'm going to set that boundary right now. If I haven't already, I'm not singing the whole song. If you want a circus clown, you can go hire one. But I will wish you a happy birthday. A very happy birthday, Slush Queen. a staple of the Shiki Katagami cinematic universe. That's no offense to anyone, but like, you know, like when you see a VTuber and someone's like, "It's my birthday today," and they go, "Happy birthday," and they do the whole thing, and someone super chats like $50, and they go, "It's my birthday next week. Can I get a song?" And then they literally do like 4 songs in a row. It's like, great, awesome. I'm sure that was really fun for them. Cool, yeah, happy new year. This year I want to study English harder so I can fully understand and enjoy your streams. If you have a goal for this year and haven't shared it yet, I'd love to hear it. I have shared it, but I'll share it again. My goal for this year is to be more confident in my singing, and singing more, both for you guys and for myself. So that is my goal, and I wish you good luck in your goal, Koya, because English is really hard. So I hope, and I'm kind of a bad person to learn it from because I speak really fast and use a lot of words that are probably uncommon. But yeah, Gambare, Koya. I haven't seen that in real time, but that's so real. I've seen that in real time. I made a VTuber sing a birthday song for me once, and that was enough forever. Yeah. I literally learned spelunker from you. It's a good word. You speak fast, I never noticed. I have to make a conscious effort to slow down. But I mean, if you were here for the RuneScape VOD, you saw me at a higher power level. Can we get the ABC song instead? Not really, no. Matthew, birthday mention? Birthday train ensues? Like literally. You have very clear pronunciation, though. I try to enunciate. Because English isn't very phonetic, so you kind of have to force yourself to make it that way. Vanted. Sounds like some kind of species of bug alien. Vanted. Thank you for the 10 gifted Vanted. Very generous. He's a speaker for sure. Yeah. As a non-English speaker, I find Shiki speaks fast, but that doesn't stop me from learning and, of course, watching. Yeah. Thank you, Sansa, of course. English is hard, but we do our best. RuneScape and Blueprints were just a glimpse of the true power. Yeah. Blueprints was so fun. Blueprints was so fun. Hi, Shiki. Hello. It's your girl, Yuki. That's a fun name. Why am I coughing this morning, man? I wasn't coughing last night. What happened to me? What happened to me? More fully powered Shiki in 2026. I mean, every RuneScape VOD. Well, maybe not actually. Some of them will be quite chill. I'm currently sitting at 54 fishing on the Shiki account. I'm kind of speed running to 62 for some reason. Yeah, I'm just fishing lobsters and growing cats in the background and have been for the past day. You're catching up to me? Don't feel bad. You're competing against a professional. He's got the consumption cough, like high key. Like high key. Hi Shiki, good morning. Hello, Bo. That's fun to say too. I think I said that before. Matthew, how about celebrating other things? Like, I finished painting a mini today. Praise me, senpai. Ooh woo. Yep. My favorite shirt says, I took a good poop this morning. What, from Omana? An Omana shirt? I think Omana, that's an Omana shirt. Did you actually paint a mini today? Yeah? See, I know. I'm a knower. What mini did you paint? I was looking at the Primaris Super Heavy Tank resin model, the Astreus The Astraeus costs $435. I don't have a single tank in my force, so of course I'm looking at the biggest, most fuck-off tank possible. I won't own this ever, but it looks really cool. The Astraeus super heavy tank. It looks awesome. I've kind of gotten an itch. I've never painted a tank for my force before, and I'm kind of getting an itch to paint a tank for some reason. It's Saturday, also known as Warhammer Pre-Order Day. I just wasted an ungodly amount of money on the new Nurgle. Oh, wait a sec. Did that go up for pre-order this morning? Oh, it's going to, huh? Oh. Yeah, that's right. The Warhammer Darkwater was gonna go up for pre-order independently. No? Yeah. The Court of Gelgus Pus, the Cankerborn, the Pox Wretches, the Sloman Knights, the Putrid Blight Kings, and the Pestigors, huh? All of them? It's kind of awesome. It's kind of awesome. Miki, thank you for the 1 gifted. Thank you, Miki. Generous as always. Re-gone. Welcome to the Katagami. I guess you aren't gone anymore. Quillchild, Happy New Year, Shiki. Not a lurker today for Diva. That's awesome, Quillchild. That is awesome, Quillchild, also known as, what? The artist for the thumbnail? Are you that, Quillchild? Yes, that's me. I'm a knower. I remembered your name. I had to copy and paste it into my tweet and description. Yoink. Yoink. I sometimes wonder if I should, like, ask people, like, hey, can I use this art? But, like, if you put it in my tag, you want me to see it. I kind of feel like it's fair game. I know a lot of other people will, like, ask the artists in the replies, but I'm like, they'll let me know, I guess, if they don't like it. You know? Is there not a thumbnail tag? I mean, there is. It's like the Shiki assets, but I feel like also the Katagami is kind of free use for me. I don't know. I think recently I saw, like, Caelen and I think Ash, like, specifically go, like, is it okay if I use this? Like, Blood, you're the guy they drew. Of course it's okay. They drew you. Matthew, I'm in a weird spot with Warhammer where I've already spent an ungodly amount of currency on armies and have everything more or less. 9 armies. That is a lot of armies. That's more than Peter Jackson's The Hobbit War of the 5 armies. Bo, just finished my work and straight to your Zatsu. Heart. That's awesome. I've seen an Oshi use untagged art before. Untagged is kind of nuts. It's kind of rude to not ask permission. I mean, I guess in some cultures. But I've never asked, like, I think literally once and had no problems with anyone. In fact, a lot of the times they tweet, OMG, thank you for using my art. Or I'm freaking it. Or I'm on the telly. You know? You know? Because, like, obviously they're always credited in multiple places. If we're talking about gameplay, it's kind of crazy that you have a full Marine army with no vehicles. Oh, I don't play. I have no one to play with. But Shiki, you could go down to your local hobby store and play with... You think a divine diva would be able to play with the dregs of society that drag themselves to the hobby store and hang out there for 15 hours in a straight? Nope. Not without a gas mask, buddy. I love this hobby, but there's a stereotype for a reason. Play with yourself, I do every day. What do you mean by that? Bro. How come when chat sets up a joke and then, you know, there's the whole like setup and payoff. You guys set it up and I pay it off. How come I'm the one to everyone goes, "Hey yo," like that wasn't set up on purpose? Dreamy, hi silly paper man. Sorry I can't catch you live too often, but no, I'm always supporting you. Happy holidays and New Year, Shiki. Treat yourself to a yummy coffee later. Thank you, Dreamy. Always good to see you around, and it's chill that you can't catch me live. Whether it's VOD watching or tweeting or just like liking or being a sub or whatever, it's all support. Because that's part of the joke too. A reaction has to happen. No, if the joke is set up and payoff, the customary reaction is to go, "Ha, that's funny, that's funny." Not, "Hey yo." If a joke is funny, you laugh. You don't go, "Hey yo." Times have changed. Well, unchange them. Maybe Femi Shiki have evolved humor. Yeah, that ain't right. That ain't right. Would you really want us to go, "Ha, that's funny"? No, you just laugh to yourself or type Lamau in all caps and move on. Or you Bauman. You hit a Bauman. You know? You hit a Bauman. Exhales through nose. Yeah, that's a Bauman. Where's the fun in that? I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Nose exhale is a type. Yeah, you're hitting a Bauman. Brother, you maybe hit the Bauman. Hell yeah. Gael Galleon is dumb as bricks. Love that guy. Bauman. He's got to be... He's, like, so dumb that it, like, circles all the way back around to him being, like, a transcendently smart. Bauman is, like, transcendental, like, language. That's nuts. I love Bauman. If anybody's out of the loop, a Bauman was coined by Gael Galleon, and it stands for blowing air or blue air out my nose. So, like, if you thought something was funny, but you didn't laugh, but you, like, gave that, like, that, you know? That's a Bauman. Gotta make it the 2026 word of the year. I could literally see it. Yesterday I saw a lavender Warhammer figure and it reminds me of you. Lavender, huh? Lavender armor you would be really pretty. Like maybe like a Hedonites of Selenesh army. Maybe not Emperor's Children. Well, you could probably get away with some Emperor's Children that would be lavender. That's way better than ne. Nose exhale. Yeah, I don't think anyone's using that. So that's what Bauman means? Yeah, that's what Bauman means. Kimmy post the girly pop models. I have seen the girly pop models where people like glitz them up. They bedazzle them and stuff. Yeah. Matthew, Bauman makes me want some bao. A steam bun sandwich. Ooh. Bao buns. I had sushi last night, and me and my friends, there's a sushi place near us that we go to, and they updated their menu, and it's one of these places where it's actually getting better every time they update it. So instead of taking things off the menu, or like we like revolutionize the menu, but really what it means is that we removed half of it so we can reuse the same ingredients for the same two things. It's like just more. It's just more. They added like yakitori like skewers. They added skewers most recently. Bangers. Bangers. Bangers, bangers. They added skewers to their all-you-can-eat menu. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. Yeah, we always get all you can eat because we're all hungry folks. And it was goated, you know. I got a couple rolls. I got some fried rice. I got some skewers. I got some mochi ice cream. I got a sodi. I got some gyoza. Yummy. Okay. Have you listened to Internet Girl by Cat's Eye? Yeah, it's fine. For an all-you-can-eat of, like, a quality sushi place, and we're talking American sushi, like full-size rolls on all-you-can-eat, as well as having basically all the other trimmings of, like, I guess, a Japanese/Korean restaurant. Would you think after tip and tax, $52 total is good? I think that's pretty good. Am I the only one? It's not like I go all the time. But it's like I could get 5 full-size rolls if I wanted. Full size. For how many people? Oh, I don't mean $52 for the group. I'm meaning per person. $52 total would be insane. What do you mean $52? A $10 all-you-can-eat sushi? What kind of place is that? Does such a place exist? There's no way. Bauman? Yeah, that's a Bauman moment. Kind of expensive. I think, honestly, if it's quality, I think that's good. I don't want to be paying a $10 buffet. It's not like a buffet. It's like a la carte. You know, I get that, like, Korean barbecue, you can get, like, Korean barbecue all you can eat for, like, $30-something, but it's not sushi, right? And it's not... Let's be clear, okay? Shiki Katagami is not a baller. I'm not out there going every single week. It's, like, maybe once a month. For, like, we went yesterday for, like, New Year's. Like, everybody met up, and it's like, it's 2026, let's go get belligerent! You know? So, yummy. I want Korean barbecue now. Me too. Me too. I've been trying to bug my friends into letting, like, into going, but yeah. And all my friends were very impressed by my new phone, but all of them said, I don't have a use case for such a beast. And I said, I do. And I opened it up all the way and set out the kickstand and put it on the dinner table. And we just fished lobsters during dinner. Gotta tank that yourself. The K-barbecue is worth it. Going to K-barbecue by yourself seems a bit... I mean, I guess it's fine. If going to the movies by yourself is fine, which I 100% say it is, then so is going to Korean barbecue by yourself. Was it as pretentious feeling as you imagined? Absolutely. We had to wait for a couple parties in front of us. It was maybe 10 minutes tops. And I was sitting on the bench inside with my phone unfolded, showing my friends, and this dad and his son, like a young kid, would not stop staring at the phone. It was like I had a pit boy on. What's the matter? Never seen a phone before? Korean barbecue is so much more cost effective as a group activity, 100%. $30 all you can eat by yourself, that's expensive. $30 a person for, like, you know, 2 hours having a good time with all your friends, that's a good deal. Oh my god, and the first thing one of my friends asked, when I showed him you can basically do split screen on the phone, you can have, it's like a dual monitor phone, right? They said, wait, can you play 2 games at once? I instantly downloaded Raid Shadow Legends and split screened it with RuneScape, and I said, oh my god, you can play 2 games at once. Imagine Uma Musume on top, on the bottom, like Fate or something, or Genshin. Hi, Cass. How's it going, man? Double XP farming? Dude, the double RuneScape accounts at once? Is such a thing even possible on mobile? Holy moly. Why Raid? It was the first game that doesn't cost money that I knew, that I thought of instantly. I was like, dude, I don't want to install something like gigantic, like Genshin or something. I'm just, give me Raid Shadow Legends and we're going to test it out. I instantly uninstalled it afterwards. Not sponsored, no shade. I just had no intention to play it. Did you two play at the same time with the phone on the... Dude, wait. Imagine playing, like, okay, so like you and a friend or you and a partner are at dinner, all right? And you have the phone open on the stand in between you. On top, your RuneScape account. On the bottom, their, like, Honkai Star Rail account. And you're both using the same phone to play at once. That sounds so cool. Completely worthless and in fact, way worse than just doing it on your own phones. But how cute is that? Wow. That's awesome. It feels awkward? Oh, it is. But what is intimacy if not awkward? And the table getting a neat little scorch mark to boot. It doesn't get as hot as you would expect. Like, not any hotter than, like, a normal phone. Yeah. Oh, my cat's hungry. Eat this lobster, fucking fat bitch. I'm just gonna send you to the Death Rune Factory afterwards anyway. I saw someone ask earlier, do you name the cats? No. They're going to be rat catchers in West Arty. There actually, I think there are different kinds of cats, and I think if you overfeed your cat as a kitten, it becomes like an overweight cat as an adult. Or if you underfeed it, it's like a scraggly cat instead. They're like different kinds, and there are a few different colors that they come in too. Yeah. Oh, and there's a specific quest called Recipe for Disaster where you have to hunt demon rats. And if you hunt demon rats with your cat, it becomes a hell cat. So that's kind of cool. Pretty cool. Name them Ratcatcher 1. Ratcatcher 1 is a quest in RuneScape. Ratcatcher. It's a quest all about hunting rats around the world with your cat. You're in like a rat catching, like basically there's some kind of underground rat catching contest where you have to go to different like slums in RuneScape and catch rats there with your cat. Hellcat need that. Unfortunately, Recipe for Disaster is the 100th quest ever introduced in the game, and as a result, they made it insanely high requirements. It's not something that I think a new player will achieve quickly. I'm not going to call it a hard quest, but it's a quest that has a lot of requirements. Lots of high-level requirements. You know what? Let's look it up. I can literally look it up right here. I can open the quest. Recipe for disaster. Difficulty. Special. Length. Very long. I know that's right. And it doesn't tell me what the requirements are. Okay, because Recipe for Disaster is like 8 quests that are in a trench coat as one quest. So it has like little sub-quests that when you complete them all, it's done. Recipe for Disaster. Okay, so I think this will tell me. Okay, all prerequisites. Here you go. Here you go. 175 quest points. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot of quest points. So it's like half. You have to complete like almost like half the quests in the game just to be able to do this one. Ish. 70 cooking, 48 agility, 50 mining, 53 fishing, 53 thieving, 25 herb lore, 59 magic, 40 smithing, 50 fire making, 40 range, 40 crafting, 10 fletching, 36 wood cutting, the ability to defeat several high-level monsters without using prayer, complete fishing contest, goblin diplomacy, big chumpy bird, hunting murder mystery, nature spirit, priest in peril, restless ghost, witch's house, Gertrude's cat, shadow of the storm, demon slayer, golem, legends quest, family crest, heroes quest, shield of Arav, lost city, merlin's crystal, dragon slayer 1, shallow village, jungle potion, druidic ritual, underground pass, biohazard, plague city, monkey menace 1, the grand tree, team realm village, desert treasure 1, the dig site, the tourist trap, temple of Ikov, waterfall quest, troll stronghold, death plateau, horror from the deep, and Alfred Grimhand's bar crawl. And those are the requirements for Recipe for Disaster. However, I think the Hellcat is just Evil Dave's portion of the quest. So, I actually think it's not that bad. What does Evil Dave's portion require? Evil Dave. 25 cooking, complete Shadow of the Storm, Demon Slayer, the Golem, and Gertrude's cat. Oh, that's not bad. Wait. That's not bad. What are the rewards for it? Does it tell you? The rewards. The ability to make spicy stew, the ability to own a Hellcat. Okay, that's actually not bad. You just have to complete Shadow of the Storm, Demon Slayer, the Golem, Cook's Assistant, Gertrude's cat. With 25 cooking. Oh, that's not bad at all, actually. Are you going to do it someday? Yeah, maybe next RuneScape stream. Shit, I already have almost those requirements, actually. And it looks like for Shadow of the Storm, you need 30 crafting. And the ability to defeat a level 100 demon. That's not terrible, actually. But yeah, Recipe for Disaster, when you were like a kid in the 4th grade, Recipe for Disaster was the quest that you thought was the hardest quest in the game. And while it's no longer true, it's still one of the quests that really has the most requirements for sure. It's up there with like Song of the Elves. What does Song of the Elves need? Complete Morning End Part 1, Part 2, Big Chumpy Bird Hunting, Sheep Herder, Roving Elves, Waterfall Quest, Regicide, Underground Pass, Biohazard, Plague City, Making History, Priest in Peril, and the Restless Ghost, and Druidic Ritual. And it needs 70 Agility, Construction, Farming, Herblore, Hunter, Mining, Smithing, Woodcutting. That's a lot of 70s, bro. But still not nearly as many requirements as Recipe. RFD just requires so many things. How many death runes will a Hellcat give you? Oh, just 200, like normal, I think. I downloaded RuneScape on my phone as well as PC. It might be Jover. That's goated. If you're on PC, make sure to use the RuneLite client through the DragX launcher. It'll ask you when you're before you click play, your game client swap to RuneLite. That's the one with all the juicy plugins. Ugh. Wait. Does my nose move? Or was it just my mouth moving? I think it was just my mouth. I thought my nose might have wrinkled slightly. It does? I don't know. I'm not seeing it now, but I could have sworn it was before. That rocks. I can't wait until I'm in 3D. I mean, you can already tell. I got a fucking snout on me, guys. I got a snout. Damn. People with snouts. Mm-hmm. The inventor of the nose job. I'll see you in hell. Yeah. Yep. When a woman with a strong nose gets a nose job, an angel loses its wings 100%, 1,000%. Like when a woman, like a Greek or like Italian woman who has like the really strong like Mediterranean nose. You got me fucked up. Can't wait to see you do gymnastics in 3D. Who do you think I am? Gymnastics? Is that the brand I've built? Do I need to talk about RuneScape more? Do you think I'm too physically active? Do a backflip? Oh, shit. Can you do backflips? Nah. Just go watch Speed backflip into his setup. That's all you need to see about backflips. Funniest clip of all time. Have you played any sports? Not in the past century. Or 3. Or 6. Have you never been back at it again at Krispy Kreme? Oh, you know I fuck up some Krispy Kreme. God, I could kill for... If only the Shiki Mobile was alive. I would immediately end stream, get in the Shiki Mobile, coffee, Krispy Kreme. Yummy. Yummy. Glazed Krispy Kreme donuts are the best. I like, yeah, the best Krispy Kreme donuts, honestly, are either the classic, just normal glazed donut, or the jelly filled, the glazed jelly filled ones. I really like jelly donuts, personally. And yeah, I'm that guy. I like raspberry jelly over strawberry in my donut. I like it to be a little tart, you know? Just a little tart. More tart than strawberry ends up being. Brock, is that you? Yeah, man. And not because I like jelly donuts, because I would thirst over any woman in a uniform. He was real for that one. He was real for that one. What flavor would a Shiki themed donut be? Taro? I could see that, yeah. Or ube? Do you like ube? It's fine. It's not my favorite, but I don't like dislike it either. Dude, I love that my mouth can do this, honestly. Remember when you discovered that? That's so goated. Like, this expression is goated. Wait, that's goated. Damn. That's goated. My papa is so goated, bro. Absolutely cracked. Now I'm too small. There we go. That's goated. Which expressions have you never done before? I think I've done plenty, honestly. Though, The tired eyes kind of work the best with the tired face, honestly. However, I think if I do, like, if I, like, so this is normal, right? And if I, like, do, like, angry, but maybe then tired, I have to do the other expression first. If I do tired, then angry, it changes my eyes to, like, angry. Like, maybe it's the same. Angry, then tired? See? That changes the eyebrows back. It's interesting. Today I was rocking tired and sad, so I look like a wet cat. Should totally do blush next. Like this one? What? Wait, okay, hold on. We do blush, then sad. So, oh, see? It's order of operations. Because I want the sad eyebrows. I want the sad eyebrows. God damn. What the you learn new stuff about yourself every day. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. I gotta be expression farming more often, guys. Like, high key. That's nuts. That's nuts. And just, like, during a game, it's really hard to, like, throw an expression on. Especially one of the more complex ones that take, like, three toggles. But during Zatsus, you know I can be farming that, huh? Damn. Need a shortcuts keypad? Oh, I have one. I have one and has 15 buttons on it. And all of them are bound. And I don't even have everything bound. A foot pedal? No, I need a foot pedal for RuneScape. I've seen people do that. Like, I watched a series where a guy had to steal from a specific chest 30,000 times, and he had a foot pedal set up to click on it for him. He just set up his mouse exactly where it needed to be, and then he would just throw on a movie and then use the foot pedal to thieve from the chest. Anyone played RuneScape with Guitar Hero controller? I mean, RuneScape's really mouse dependent. I'm not sure how you would do it. It's so mouse dependent. Strum up, left click, strum down, right click. Yeah, but how do you move it? But how do you move it? You can interact with the world, but like sometimes like you have to move the mouse around constantly. Whammy bar? The whammy bar. Oh, my cat wants some attention. Okay, guys. Nobody get any funny ideas, but I'm sharing this with you because I think you're getting funny ideas, okay? You interact with the cat. It wants some attention. You can pet the cat. Every single time you pet the cat, your character goes, huh, that cat sure loves to be stroked. And then they move on with their life. Why would they say that? What do they mean by that? You couldn't say anything else? And to be clear, RuneScape might be the most sexless game ever created. No character in RuneScape knows what sex is. I don't even think it exists. So I don't know why that's the dialogue they chose. Someone on the team feeling cheeky. Oh, I'm feeling a bit cheeky, mate. Feeling a bit cheeky here playing RuneScape. Just coded a new quest, Gertrude's cat. Gertrude, she's a baddie, mate. Single mom of 2. Gives you a big hug when you complete the quest. Oh, she's bad, mate. Gertrude, honestly, is the resident cougar of Varrock. That's for certain. Excuse me? I just say it's like calling it how I see it. She's, you know, got 2 young children, maybe like 9 and 10. No man. She gives out, you know, she makes her money, you know, selling kittens. She asks for your help. Gives you a big hug at the end when you know, she's like, come back anytime. Oh, yeah? We'll see about that, Gertrude. She on the prowl for sure. She's looking for a big, strong adventurer to bankroll her kitten enterprise. 100 gold pieces for a kitten is honestly a steal. That's crazy. Gertrude, you cannot be supporting those 2 kids. Wait a second. Fuck those kids. They extorted me during the quest. I forgot. She says, go look for my sons. They've been looking for the cat that I lost. And you go and find them in the market, and they say, we know where the cat is hiding, but you have to pay us. And we're like, fine, I'll give you 10 gold. And then one kid says, yeah, 10 gold is fine. The other kid says, hold up. 10 gold? No, you're giving me 100 gold for that. You have to pay them the 100 gold, by the way. You cannot continue the quest otherwise. Fatherless homes, man. Those kids are roaming around the Varrock market extorting people. Tragic. My mom was getting bagged by an adventurer. I would do the same thing. That's kind of true. Other baddies in RuneScape. What's her name? Nave? Naeve. She's a baddie. Who else? The sandwich lady. I think that's probably just about it that I can think of. Like I said, RuneScape is just about the most sexless game ever made. It was made by 2 British brothers in 2004. They're like, who are probably on the far right end of the bell curve of a spectrum. The game's about making numbers go up. Peak game? Oh, 100%. Are there DILFs in RuneScape? Not just old men, but hot old men? Ceramic vase? I don't know how old he's supposed to be. Oh, old school RuneScape kind of originated in 2004. RuneScape, like RuneScape is probably closer to 2000. Hi, Shiki, you look tired as hell. I'm actually rallying. I am a bit tired. I really want to go get a coffee after this, but, yeah. What I need to do is bug one of my friends to take me to the auto parts store and get a new battery. Shiki Mobile is still down? Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to take the battery out. Once I take the battery out, I'll go to the auto store and just get a new battery. Remember, kids, if you're ever replacing your battery yourself, make sure to take your old battery in, because they'll give you money for it. Because the battery manufacturers take the old batteries and basically recycle bits of them, like the cores, and they'll refund you money if you give them your old battery. You get like a discount on a new one if you give them your old one. Also, battery replacement is really easy. I know we got a lot of girly pops in here. A lot of she, hers, they, thems. Honestly, even some boys in here who might not be very car savvy. A battery replacement basically requires like a wrench, of like an adjustable wrench. You don't even need a socket. A socket wrench should make it easier, but you just need a wrench that can grip onto the damn thing and twist it off. At least in most batteries, I would say. Some might require sockets, but like mine, for example, I just need an adjustable wrench to twist off the connectors. I was calling you for help. Being summoned to replace a battery is probably one of the more manly things I probably would have ever done. Looking up a tutorial for your specific car also helps 100%. Also, doing your own oil is not hard either. Especially if your car leaks it, because then you don't even have to change it. You just have to, it's the infinite oil glitch. You just keep pouring oil into the top of the car, and it just never seems to go anywhere. It just, oh wow, it's like empty. But I didn't change it. Where'd it go? Car ate it up. I had a car for a while that that leaked oil slowly over time, so we never ever had to get like an oil change because the oil would never stay in the car. It would never stay in the car. We just had to top her up every so often. Yeah. Did you change the filter? Yeah. This is the same car. I think I talked about it before. You know how like a lot of cars have like a plastic covering under like the I guess the engine block on the bottom of the car, like in front of the front axle to protect the transmission. This is the same one that had its big plastic cover removed, like ripped off by like something on the road. So then when we went through like an extra deep puddle, like if there was flooding, the car would turn off. Because the transmission would get flooded. The carrossy was exposed 100%. Ripped off? Yeah. The skid plate. That sounds like a good word for it, yeah. Is that the OG Shiki mobile? Yeah, that was the first mobile I had. The Shiki mobile still has a skid plate. I have a friend whose car, he's been, it's a fixer-upper, all right? It's a fixer-upper. And he's been fixing her up for the better part of a decade. And if you pull the steering wheel towards yourself and push up, the steering wheel will lift up towards the dash, and the engine will turn off. I don't know why it does that. The electrics in that thing are fucked. It also had death wobble too. Anyone know what death wobble is? He fixed that one. That got fixed. The death wobble got fixed. The death wobble got fixed. Death wobble is kind of a thing. It's normally in Jeeps, which this is. It's a very old Jeep, right? It's like a semi-vintage Jeep Cherokee. And death wobble is like when your suspension's like fucked, and when you hit a bump, your front axle starts like wobbling, and yeah, it's called death wobble because your suspension could snap, and then the tie rod, you know, the tie rod or whatever would shoot through the floor of the car. Not to mention, if it snaps, you no longer have steering because your axle is broken. Yeah, that's what they call a death wobble. It's really dangerous. He fixed that one. But as far as I'm aware, to this day, if you pull and lift and push up on the steering wheel, if you pull it towards yourself and push it up, the car will turn off. What flavor monster should I get? I'm feeling an original kind of day. Hope you like sweat, because I'm feeling you're getting clocked in for the original recipe. Sweat? Yeah, the original monster, if you've never had one, tastes vaguely salty. Yeah. Anyone ever had a normal monster that can corroborate this? Like the base, not sugar-free, this base original monster is vaguely salty. Oh yeah, it's so gross. Grow up. Lick sweat off your partner and get back to me. Doesn't sound yummy? Oh, it's yummy. It's like salty green apple? Kinda is. Dude, I saw a nauseated face in there. We got some fake lovers in chat. Guys are fake. Is it like Gatorade salty? Oh no, it's far more salty than that. I got an email from Monster the other day. They had a new flavor. It said they were revealing it in like 3 days. It was like, we have a new spin on a classic flavor. But I can't find it now. We gotta react to it? Oh. I'm a Red Bull gal. Red Bulls taste like swill. Red Bulls are bitter. They have a mainly list? Oh, you know they do. You know they do. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored. These days I drink Celsius. Yeah, Celsius is that new age millennial shit. Red Bull mixes better with alcohol? Yeah, but why on earth would you do that? All I got is water. For the vibe. Yeah, I don't drink, so I don't really... I kind of bring a I don't drink vibe to the party that drinkers don't really like. Hey, Shiki, I'm just going to watch a bit before falling asleep. Good night. Heart palpitation juice? I know that's right. Iced coffee the goat? That's iced coffee? Honestly, I'm joking about heart palpitations. I never get them. People are like, man, I have one big iced coffee and I'm tweaking. Brother, I glug that down in 3 minutes and I feel good. I mean, I think it's just my time as an electrician, as a summoned electrician. I've told you guys about it multiple times. We would basically just shotgun a candy bar and a Monster Energy in the truck before getting out to go work. And I think that made me superhuman. Dude, one of these days I just have to do like a Zatsu dedicated to the stories from my time as an electrician. There are some fun ones, man. There are some fun ones. Honestly, why not just do it today? I've only been going an hour. I could go like another 2. What kind of candy? I was preferential to the what is it? The Take 5s. Yeah, like a Reese's Take 5. Very good. So you use the Take 5. You eat the Take 5, right? They still make those 100%. You eat the Take 5, and the peanut butter and chocolate and caramel strips the enamel off of all your teeth, and then you shotgun the monster, and it feels like acid. And then you're really awake for that 4 a.m. shift in the parking deck, installing security cameras. You know anyone in your life that does, like, manual labor that's, like, construction adjacent? Like, check in on them. Check in on them. Yeah. So specific. That's how you know I'm not lying about my experience. Yeah. I just have memories. So like one of the worst jobs we had was a few-month contract for a government building, and because they were building a new city hall in an area that we were working in, and because it was a government building, it needed 5 trillion security cameras, right? Even in the parking deck. And so I remember during the winter huddling for warmth with the other guys, waiting for the guy with our supplies to show up, because he was always late, but we were always on time. And we're like huddling for warmth like penguins in this parking deck that's like colder than if we were just outside, because it's like a wind tunnel, and then like the concrete like hasn't absorbed any heat because it's 5 a.m. and it's like a tomb. Oh my god, it was miserable. 55 fishing, by the way. And then we would finally get our supplies, and it was just the worst pulls ever. The worst pulls ever. So I did low voltage, right? So it's not like very, as far as you think about like electrician, right? There's always kind of like like electrician, you kind of think like dangerous, you know, like power lines and like high voltage. But there's actually low voltage electricians that do all the not quote unquote not dangerous stuff. So like they do data, so they would do phones, they would do like internet, they would do cameras, like stuff that doesn't take a lot of juice and isn't really plugged into the main line. Well, it's plugged into the main line eventually, but you wouldn't be like actively working with like the grid, right? And that's what we did. We did low voltage. So it was a lot of cameras, it was a lot of phones, a lot of... Oh, voltage has become high voltage? I'm unsure. I'm unsure. I do know that the linemen for power lines make a good chunk of cheese because their job is especially dangerous and essential. Linemen make good money. Yeah. But yeah, low voltage. Let's see, what's another stupid story? So like you wouldn't work with outlets? Not usually, no. We'd be like, if we were installing an outlet, it would be like an Ethernet outlet, which in many cases has no electricity coming out of it. It's just a cable in the wall that you plug into. Like an Ethernet outlet, like it's like connected to the ground outside your house, you know? I guess technically so are electricity outlets, but Ethernet outlets don't put out electricity, right? They transfer data. Which I guess in its way is also electric adjacent. Hello, Divine Diva. Hello, Shroomy. What else happened? Oh, the very first solo job I ever got sent on was in a warehouse installing, Wi-Fi hotspots. So it was basically like routers, right? But they would be, you know, they'd be attached to the ceiling, right? So they have a centralized closet, and then these hotspots would basically bounce the signal around the warehouse so that they didn't need more than one router, right? They're just okay, everyone laugh. They're called WAPs, all right? They're called WAPs. They're wireless access points, all right? They're WAPs. They're really expensive, at least if they're commercial ones. And so you'd hang them up in the ceiling, and you'd have to be kind of careful with them because they're really expensive. But usually it would just be like, you know, like an office ceiling with you know, like a tile ceiling that you can just lift the tile and then zip tie it to the frame, and then you're good. But this job was in a warehouse, so it had, you know, 40-foot ceilings, and I had never used a lift before, and my boss met me there so that he could teach me how to use a lift. And he's like, yep, this is up, this is down, this is how you move it around. It's like this little joystick, not really that complex. And here's your harness for safety, of course. Don't have a helmet for you, but you won't need one of those. And I put the harness on, and it's blown out and like torn in the back. And I'm like, is this thing like good? And he's like, I use it all the time. And then he left. We got that job done. Those lips are not as stable as they appear. Not as stable as they appear. Just don't fall, Smile. Like, literally, just don't fall. It was really precarious because you're up in the 40-foot ceiling and you're trying to zip tie a $2,000 WAP to a steel beam, and you only have two hands. It's not right. There's got to be a better way. You need certification for lifts? You need certifications for a lot of things the people don't have certs for. Did you mostly do commercial? Yeah, it was mostly commercial and public, or government. We basically almost never did homes. There was like one or two contracts where it would be like a big mansion that was getting renovated or something. But it was mostly, and rarely it would be like new construction where we would do data in homes, but it was mostly commercial. We did hospitals. Dirtiest ceilings I've ever seen were in a hospital. When you lift that tile and you go, holy fuck. It would be really dusty. The runs would be completely like, because, you know, 50 different people would, you know, 50 different companies would come in and do data over the years, because hospitals tend to be old infrastructure wise, either brand new or really old. And the old ones are just a nightmare. I haven't seen more trigger warning if you like rats. I haven't seen more dead rats in a ceiling than I have in a hospital. Yeah. But yeah, the hospital. The other thing about hospitals, right? The other thing about hospitals is, you know how like people always tell you you can get anywhere if you have a tool belt and a checkboard? It's literally true. We'd walk into an office. These people have never seen us before. We're all in civilian clothing, but we have hard hats on and tool belts. Hey, can you guys show us your closet? We need to do some work. Yeah, it's right here. Here are the keys. All right. We now have access to their most vulnerable infrastructure. It's literally true. These people don't even know that we were going to be here today. They're like the secretary of an office. You know, we've been contracted to do every office on this floor. These people don't know who we are. Yeah. Oh, oh my god, here's a fun one. This one's funny. Me and a buddy, he was a roommate at the time. We were both working on the same crew, and so we would often be sent to the same jobs, because if we were at the same, you know, there are two of us. If you need two guys for a job, oh, to send the two guys, you could carpool, you know. And we were contracted to do a bunch of men's warehouses in our area. We were redoing all of their data closets, and it's one of them. We showed up. The manager had to be there overnight because they weren't letting us, you know, we couldn't work on the closet during operational hours because all of the Wi-Fi and all of the cameras and POSs would go down when we were working. And we got in there. This guy's got Avengers Infinity War on the TV blasting, and we all watched Avengers Infinity War before we even started working. And because we're working overnight, my friend and I would pack our lunches. On that particular day, we brought an entire box of 30 Uncrustables and 2 Monsters apiece. And before we left that morning, we had eaten all of them. Yummy, bro. That's a fun day. It was like 10 p.m. to like 6 a.m. probably. We ate all those Uncrustables. Of course, we gave the manager some Uncrustables. We watched Infinity War. And then we played around in the data closet for a while. Yeah. This men warehouses kind of sucked, honestly. But that day was fun. But doing those jobs was honestly kind of ass. The worst one was there was one just out of state, a few hours away, and we drove all the way there. We got there. The manager said he couldn't make it. Didn't tell us until we got there. And then we drove all the way back. That sucked. We called our boss and he said, "What?" "Yeah, man, he's not here and he's not gonna be." "Well, I guess come on back." And we said, "We're getting drive time for both of the ways, right?" And he said, "Yeah." Our boss, like, he was okay to us, but the funniest story I ever have regarding him is he showed up. This is the same job that we were working in the freezing parking deck, and he showed up one day and he said, "Fellas, You've all been working really hard. You know, it's holiday season. Got a little Christmas bonus for you. And we said, oh, Christmas bonus. I can't wait. He pulls out a wad of cash and we go, oh, baby. And he starts, like, you know, leafing through it to make sure he has everything. He hands each of us $20 a piece and gets in his truck and he goes home. No way, bro. Keep your fucking money, man. $20 isn't even enough for the gas. Not even a large pizza and a 2-liter of soda. At least it was cash. 20 bucks is 20 bucks. Bro, we were working 60-hour weeks in a freezing parking deck and Blood gave us $20 bonus. Oh, worst job I ever worked. We might have spent a year here. We were working on doing all of the data for a new data center for a certain social media bird app. We were subcontractors there, and I might have spent 6 months putting stickers on cables for 10 hours a day. Because when you have, you know, 2,000 miles of cable inside a building, you have to have each end labeled. Because it's really expensive infrastructure. And so if you have to have each end labeled, somebody's got to do it. And since we were the subcontractors, instead of having us do the fun work, they had us put on all the stickers. I know that might sound like it wasn't so bad. Were they cute stickers? No, it's a white strip that says, you know, like AX2347. So it's, you know, like closet AX, and then it's 2347. That's the cable. And that cable connects up into the ceiling, goes all the way across to, you know, the street. And you wrap it around the end of the cable by the head on both ends. You can't feel like you've lived 1,000 lifetimes until getting here. You have no idea. You have no idea what a long and strange trip it has been. Yeah. And you lasted 6 months doing that? I didn't just last. We graduated into being able to actually do the work. They let us start pulling cable and plugging in closets. That was fun. My friend and I would sit on like it's kind of like a scaffold with wheels, and you'd roll the scaffold down the row of servers, and you would just lock the wheels when you were like in a spot, and you would just sit like, you know, watching a movie while you plug in all the cables into the... I liked that part. Setting up the server racks was fun. That part was fun. But the labeling. The labeling. Months and months and months and months. Thousands upon thousands of cables. Like, when I say 2,000 miles of cable in that building, I'm not even sure if that's enough. I watch you while I plug in all the cables at my data center. Well, there you go. Somebody knows. And it's Sockto Bathtub. Sounds like a nightmare. I mean, we got paid all right. Not enough. Never enough. But, you know. Yeah. Do I have any other weird stories from when I was an electrician? Like any good ones that I can tell on stream? I hate fiberglass. Fiberglass sucks. You get fiberglass, like, under, like, your... Why am I lagging? Hello? 1 second. There we go. You get fiberglass, like, under your glove, and it's just over. You're itchy all day. You're itchy all day. Forever. It's over. Sharp glitter? Yeah. It sucks. It sucks. We'd feel like Pikmin. You'd feel like, if you ever carried, like, maybe like a 15-foot ladder by yourself, you feel like a Pikmin. Because, like, the ladder is quite heavy, but also, because it's so long, you would, like, you'd lean it against your shoulder. You'd lean it against your shoulder with you as, like, the fulcrum of, like a lever, or like a seesaw, and then you'd kick it up onto your shoulder, and you'd feel like a Pikmin, because it's gigantic. Just carrying giant ladders around. Shiki got muscles. The idea is that you don't want to have to use your muscles to carry a really heavy ladder. You just let gravity place it on your shoulder, and because it's balanced on you, you don't really have to do much, like, lifting. Yeah. So Shiki, no muscles? I didn't say that. Because, like, a 15-foot, like, ladder is, like... It's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. And because it's so big, it's, like, it's hard to lift, like, to carry it. So you kick it up onto your shoulder, and you just, you know, you walk around with it. Speaking of walking on ladders, don't do that. But it is fun. It sure is fun when you're at the top of a 15-foot ladder and you don't want to get down. Just walk it just a few feet. Don't do that. To be clear, don't do that. I do not condone such behavior. Scary? Oh, it's not scary when you're up there. Worst thing I ever saw as far as OSHA violations. Hey man, our lift isn't tall enough. You got a ladder? Yeah? Hey man, our ladder's not tall enough. You got like a shorter one? We're almost there. They would stack the ladders on top of each other on top of the lift that was fully extended. Whenever you would see someone doing something like that, you would call them OSHA Man. Like a superhero name. OSHA Man. Yeah. Job's got to get done. Job's got to get done. And boss ain't paying us for a lift that reaches. Just don't tell the GC and we're good. GC is general contractor. We did a lot of subcontracting work. So, like, we were rarely in charge of jobs. We were usually extra hands. Did you ever get electrocuted? Nah, it was all low voltage, and we never worked in places where, like... we never worked in new construction when the power was turned on. And in places like the hospital that was obviously in operation, the low voltage stuff is always, like, not... You know, you're not at risk with that. Sock to bathtub. Our worst violation was when someone was vaping in the server lab and the smoke caused a fire alarm to go off. Oh my god, vaping in the server lab? Brother. Brother. As someone who represents injured workers, y'all need to tell the GC you need a taller lift. Yeah, but that would set our whole schedule back a day, and we're already behind on the contract. Did you have to get any certs, like OSHA certified or lift certified or anything? Oh, no, I was freeballing it. And I saw someone ask if I needed to get any, like, take any classes or have any education for this. The answer is probably, I probably should have some, but I had none. I was green as a fucking lime going in. But, you know, they teach you. They teach you. As long as you're a smart cookie, it's really not that complex. Here's how you know, here's how you strip a cable and terminate a new jack on the end of a, you know, like a Cat 6. I liked doing the Cat 6 punch downs and stuff. That was fun. That's what they all say, and then someone ends up paralyzed. Like I said, if you know someone who does physical labor, check in on them. It's a time. Sounds like average American blue-collar job. It is, yeah. Make sure they're going to the doctor. You think they have insurance? No. No. You think they have health insurance? Bro, I don't think I've had health insurance in 6 years. Imagine health insurance. Like, imagine such a luxury. Imagine such a luxury. I know Ash is a knower. He knows. Is health insurance not mandatory? Like, employers don't give you one? You probably have some form of, like, accident insurance. You know? Like, if you fell off a lift. But, like, you know, if you have a fucking cold or whatever, they tell you to come into work. Americans can choose to not have health insurance? Yeah, they can choose, in quotations. Yeah, not choose. I understand what you mean. Yeah. It's just how it is. It's alright. We do live in a society, you know? All you can do is laugh? Absolutely. Laughing is better than crying. You get used to it. Car insurance, the mandatory one? Yeah, you go to jail if you don't have car insurance. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have car insurance. Or they get you. Or they get you. That one makes sense. What else? I mean, I've talked a lot about my kitchen time already, too. I mean, I don't know. I worked in government. That was fun, though I don't really think I can talk about that one so much. It was interesting, though. I liked doing it. I liked meeting, it was really good for networking, working in the government. I guess I can't say, too much about it. About, like, where and when. But that was fun. I still have some of that network on call if I need them. Which is the joy of doing many things in your life. There are some specific state representatives out there who would do things for me if I needed, like, a small favor. Who let this Shikigami in the government? I know, bro. Did you get to meet Obama? A bit before my time in the government, unfortunately. I always tell my friends, listen, if you ever get a ticket in this state, hit me up, bro. I can make that go away. And I'm only half joking. I probably could. It was fun, though. I did like it. Miss Rabbit from Peppa Pig working all the jobs. Kind of real. Bro's resume is stacked, but it's all different stuff. It's not even that stacked. That's the problem. There's a lot of variety, but a lot of it's like semi-low quality, at least in the eyes of society. You know? Like administrative work isn't looked upon well, or blue-collar work, or food service work, or internships anymore, or clerical work, or a bachelor's degree, or yeah. That's just, again, we live in a society. How many things have you done? Enough. Now I can add undisclosable NDA entertainer under a Japanese corporation. So, yeah. So that's fun. A digital puppet? Hey. I'm not a puppet. They're gonna think you did some freak shit. Yeah, in Tokyo, the taxi drivers would see a lot of us foreigners get in a big group. And I would always sit in the front because I was, I'm unofficial Mane-san. I'm Shiki Mane. When they send us without a manager, they put me in charge if, like, Nayu isn't there. Or, I think Gale. Though I think Gale told me he isn't a Mane, even though his Japanese is as good as mine. They would always put me in the front seat, and when the taxi driver learned that I could speak Japanese, they would make an attempt to speak English to me back, you know, as like a courtesy. And they would always start asking us questions about like what kind of work, like why all of us foreigners were there. We say, oh, like for work. And they're like, oh, well, like then what do you do? And we'd all go, we work in entertainment. And they go, oh, entertainment? Like what kind of stuff? We're like, I think Liron once told them, we work on 3D models for stuff. And he said, oh, like 3D modeling, like for like what kind of stuff? Like you have any examples of your work? We're like, oh, it's nothing that you would know. It's like, it's hard. Yeah, like I prefer to do white lies than full up like, oh yeah, no, we're all here because we're like lawyers, you know? Like, oh, like it's easier to tell them like, oh, we work in entertainment, you know, we're like we're like contractors under a Japanese entertainment company. And as long as they don't ask any other questions after that, then like you're good. Well, we could tell them we're corporate workers, but we don't look like corporate workers. We're all from a, like, obviously foreign, and not even foreign from the same place. And then we all, like, are dressed really differently and mostly casually. And it's like, yeah, man, we're just did the 9 to 5. Whew. It sure was hard. I work in digital communications. That's not bad. You in a Zelda shirt and khaki shorts. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. One thing I won't ever get used to with Japanese, like, corporate environments, right, is just because you're in an office doesn't mean that the no shoes on inside rule necessarily gets dropped. So, like, I'm at the office and, like, everyone's walking around in slippers still. It always looks goofy. Oh, really? Oh, wait, for real? I'm sure it's not unilateral, but at our office, shoes off. And it's not necessarily, like, our building isn't the only, like, we're not the only people in there. Like, there are other offices. And, like, you'll see other people, and they have their shoes off, too. Like, full suit, inside slippers. Yeah. I'm sure that's not always true, but there it was, and I thought that was interesting. It was nice not wearing shoes. We didn't even have to wear the slippers as long as we had socks on. They thought we were freaks, though? Yeah. Do you keep the slippers there, or do you just have to carry them? Oh, we have our office supplied us with slippers. They have a whole cubby. But most of us just wouldn't wear them. As long as you had socks on, you could just walk around inside the office without, you know. There were even bathroom slippers, so you didn't have to put your shoes back on. Slippers that specifically were only for going to the bathroom. They were like rubber. Pretty goated, honestly. I feel like it's more hygienic. Well, I think that's the idea, yeah. That you don't track all the outside into the inside. Yeah. Including the bathrooms, even. Yeah. I know it's only been a couple weeks since I left the Barudas, but even just talking about it, I was like, damn, that was so fun. We were so busy, but that was so fun. Working 14 hours, coming back to where we were staying, going to the Konbini, getting some bread, getting a little sodi, or a Pocari Sweat, throwing YouTube up on the hotel television. Damn. That's the life. That's the life. Hell yeah. Hi, I'm new. Hello. I love Pocari Sweat. Pocari Sweat is so yummy. You didn't have Aquarius? I like Aquarius too. But Pocari Sweat is the classic. When you were practicing for the concert, did you have to wear indoor slippers? No. We didn't have to wear them, no. And the guys in 3D, in fact, couldn't. I missed the warm coffee in a bottle, hot damn. Big Ham. Hey, Big Ham. Welcome to Katagami, Big Ham. I had talked about this once before, if you guys remember. They had, like, a reverse fridge. Like, I know, oh, that's called a heater or a warmer. But, like, a fridge isn't called a freezer or a cooler. Those are all three different things. So it's like a fridge, but it heats up everything inside instead. So it has hot coffee in the bottles. You can just grab it. At the Konbini. Also, the vending machines that dispense hot stuff is insane. A hot fridge? I know, isn't that nuts? So, like, imagine, like, at a gas station, right? How it has the thing with the door, and you open it up and all the monsters are in there. Imagine that, but instead of cold, it's hot instead. An incubator for drinks? Yes, literally. Literally, an incubator for drinks. Literally. I couldn't believe it. I picked it up and I thought it'd be cold and I said, wait a sec. This is hot. And it being hot overwrote the fact that all of their coffee over there tastes like sludge. Because they don't add nearly enough milk or basically any sugar. Brother, you guys all drink black coffee over there. Aight, man. They got you, brother. They got you. Bro, his kayfabe slipped in the Shiki Katagami chat. Black coffee better? Sorry, buddy. I like my sugar, my sugary chocolate milk. Chocolate milk, please. Like, I like coffee that doesn't have chocolate in it, don't get me wrong. But if it doesn't have stuff like that in it, I need more, I need milk in it at least. And like 1 packet of sugar. Please. Like, black coffee doesn't, unless it's like really expensive, like nice black coffee, it doesn't taste enough of not sludge. Normal, like, mass-produced black coffee tastes like, I don't even know. Take coffee the color of your robes? No, 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 no. Maybe the color of... Gale Galleon. Does that make sense? Oh. I twitch. So yellow? That's not the color I was talking, but sure, yeah. Apple's juice. French press black coffee hits. I've had a French press before. It's not bad. Yeah. Oh, bro, I was gifted over the holiday. I was gifted some very nice coffee beans. I need to like get something that can grind these because I want to use them. But I don't have a way to grind my own coffee beans. And I'm not really familiar with that kind of process. Like what am I supposed to get? A basic grinder? Who up grinding they bean? Fuck's sake. Yeah. How much does a normal coffee grinder cost? Oh, it's not that much. It's not that much. Okay. Okay. Oh, you can get some crazy ones. Okay, I don't need all that. Okay, but what about the double boiler espresso machine with grinder, 20-bar espresso coffee machines with upgraded anti-clogging system, professional coffee maker with milk frother for cappuccino, latte, americano. Wow. I don't think I need that. It costs $400. I do like me some espresso. Do be liking me an espresso. Dude, just mortar and pestle that shit? What is this, fucking RuneScape? Your reading skills are immaculate? Thanks, I've had a lot of practice. I was that guy in class who'd always get pissed when the guy who got called to read couldn't read well. Brother, we're in the 11th grade. Like, I get that reading out loud is different than reading in your head, but, like, Lock in. This is, you got called on. It's your time to shine right now. However, did I ever volunteer to read myself? No. Popcorn reading was a special kind of hell? Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, it would always enrage me. Whatever that says, and the word is extraordinary. Yeah. Yeah, whatever that says, brother, this, it's not even an SAT word. You should know this word, man. And the teacher, like, wouldn't... I swear, if I was a teacher, I would have put them on blast. What do you mean, whatever that says? Go back. Go back. What does that say? I know you can read. I know you can read. You're in the 11th grade. And legend says it's only got worse. I think if I truly knew how bad it's gotten, I would full send it off the nearest overpass. It's like over. It's gotta be. Like, we're cooked. I work in elementary schools. Oh boy. Oh no. 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 Not like this. A couple of my friends work as teachers. It's dire. Surely society will come back around. Surely it'll come back around. Our class is struggling with Pythagoras. It even got the teacher. No, man. I think, as abhorrent as recent tech developments have been as far as artificial intelligence, I have to believe that the universe will course correct into automation and things being for the overall betterment of society instead of the very hastening demise. Something has to give. Surely. Surely. Maybe in 10 years, when all of these people are out of high school and college and they're, like, brain dead, like, surely it'll course correct. Like, yeah, things are grim, but, like, justice and karma and decency have to exist. They have to exist. They have to exist. Not in our lifetime? Well, then maybe mine. Whenever my friends crash out, I have to tell them that justice has to exist. It has to exist. It has to. It's the only thing that keeps me sane, I think. Justice has to exist. That's how I stay so nonchalant and demure. Because I've gaslit myself into thinking that there's some kind of universal karmic scale that will eventually tip back. Hopium? Absolutely. Hopium's all we got. Hope you're right. Oh, I'm right. Oh, I'm right. You can take that to the bank. Show me one molecule of justice. Yeah, it's me. I'm that molecule. If no other thing is just, know that I am. It's me. I took it to the bank and the check bounced. Well, go back, because clearly their POS is fried. Dude, Death Note. Light Yagami. And L, when they have that dual like soliloquy that plays at the same time, and they both end it with like, I am justice. Aura. That's aura. That's aura. That's such aura. And then they kissed? They might have. Shiki Kirigami? I know that's right. If I had the Death Note, the world would be a different place. First off, Liron Lockheart, dead as a doornail. Second off, I think that might be it, actually. Not my boy. What? He got a lot of shooters out there. Damn. He's got a lot of shooters out there. You're always attacking him? He's like... Well, okay. Like, if I'm the guy who's always nonchalant, Liron's the guy who's always chalant. He's always like... He's like never serious. He's always joking around. He's always like going nutso. So like we're like opposites. So like of course I always have it out for him. We're meant to be enemies. We're natural enemies even. Mind you, FSP probably has worse characters in lore, and he takes out the prisoner. There are no worse characters. Because all the other guys are like good guys, no? Tom and Jerry core, real. Enemies to lovers, a bit young for my taste. He's like what? 3? Fuck's sake. Problematic age gap. If he and I are enemies to lovers, we'd get a Google Docie after like 1 week. Guess I'm cooked. That's right. Silicen. Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think I've avoided having a ship name with Liron? I ain't getting canceled. I'm only 2 months old. What would our ship name be? Prison letter? Paper cuffs? That's cute. That's cute. Shrine bound? That's good too. But shrine bound is almost shrine hound. So get that shit out of my face. Hop off peak. Should make one for you and Ellie. We liked Lab Report, didn't we? Or Research Paper. Either of those are good. I don't think we had, like, an official, like, one. That's not usable as a tag? I'll show you something that's usable as a tag. You and Ash? We're a Shiki. Or Divine Divas, yes. I miss when ship names were just combined first names. Well, that's why Ashiki is peak. Wait, if Liron's 3, isn't Carlos like 10? Yeah, but he's like 70 in dog years or whatever. That's worse? How is that worse? I'm 600 years old. What about Ellie? He's a dog. So? He, like, is in the shape of a man. I see what you guys say about Nick Wilde. He's a fox in the shape of a man. Nick is yummers. Oh, man. That's goopy as fuck. Anyone see the new Avatar movie? I've been wanting to see it. Was it good? Ash saw it? Did he? It came out? Yeah, I think a couple weeks ago. The bad guys were dope. Isn't it 3 hours long? Yeah. I'm a big fan of Quaritch, and I'm pretty sure he features heavily in this one. So that's my GOAT. 3 hours again? Yup. That's peak. That's peak. I don't like Avatar? That's fine. I'm not like a huge fan, but I do like a couple of the characters. Watch it in 3D. Oh, that's a good idea. Won't spoil, but you'll love it for him. That's awesome. Quaritch is such a piece of shit. That's why he's so fun. I've loved him ever since the first movie. It was like he was like transported from another film. Like you have this like macho, like super hardcore, like military man who's like so hardcore and like crazy that even everyone else in the military is like, what the fuck is up with this guy? He's funny as fuck. There's always that one guy. Love a guy who just kind of sucks. Oh, he sucks absolutely. Like, there's that scene where, like, in the first movie, and the first movie came out in 2009, so grow up. Like there's that scene where they're like stealing the plane or whatever, and he hops out into the Pandoran atmosphere without a gas mask just so he can shoot at it, and he doesn't even make an attempt to go get a gas mask himself. Someone else just brings him one. Like, bro, like, didn't give a shit. He's like crazy. The movie is literally, we know y'all love this asshole. Yes, bro. Mazodi, thanks for the 1 gifted. Thank you. Yeah, I just like that he's like kind of a piece of shit. That's awesome. He's crazy. People always talk about him when they talk about the Imperium of Man and 40K, like their anti-Xeno attitudes. They talk about him from the first movie. And have to watch it. I mean, say what you will about it. Say what you will about it. Avatar was a very groundbreaking film, technologically wise, and like, you know, for CG and motion capture and facial capture and all these things. So I'm not a furry, but like the new antagonist girl is kind of. Do the Na'vi count as furries? Like, I know they have tails and kind of cat-like features, but I mean, they have skin. Like, they're animalistic humanoids. They're like blue cat people, yeah? I mean, you could pump up the cat features and I'd still be okay with it. I always forget that Natiri is Zoe Saldana. The first movie was made so long ago that she made all the Guardians, like Marvel's movies, and then came back to do more Avatar afterwards. Whatever y'all gotta say to justify it, I like Mass Effect. I get you. Mass Effect, goated. Ash, if the new Mass Effect project isn't good, I'm blowing my head off. If the new Mass Effect project isn't good, it's over for me. In Minecraft, no. In real life. I love Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect, bro. The both Shepard voice actors have said that if BioWare reaches out for them, they'll return. And well, I think that's cool. I also kind of... What do you mean? Don't put Shepard in this shit. What are you talking about? But also, please put Shepard in this. That would be so sick. I'm torn. Because I love Shepard, but also, like, it's been so long. And, like, as controversial as the ending to the trilogy was, like, it ended. It ended. So, like, that bitch breathed at the end. He or she's still alive? Absolutely. But though, I'm gonna be honest, if they're putting Liara in this shit, I mean, why can't Shepard be in it? All the marketing has Liara, like, front and center. So it's like, wait a second. So, like, are we, like, nostalgia baiting or not? And if we are, then why not just throw Shepard in this bitch? That's my goat. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. And then you punch the reporter in the mouth for, like, talking bad about you. Shepard rocks. I'm cool with Shepard being in it. Protagonist, though, I'd be iffy. Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with you. Also, Ash, I know you gotta be a Tali Zora Naraya truther. You gotta be a Tali truther, no? Absolutely. I know that's right. I know that's right, bro. We got that autistic alien baddie with poor social skills. That fucking rocks. That fucking rocks. Tali's so cute, bro. How she, like, evolves and, like, becomes more confident over the trilogy. Her character is, like, really sweet. Like, her romance, too, even. Mass Effect has just such good characterization, I feel. Because there's so much of it over the trilogy. Like, more than I think we're used to anymore. Like, those... The characters that were in the first game that were also in the second and the third, you know, the Liaras, the Rexes, the Talis, they just got so much characterization time. Caden over Ashley? Oh, I know that's right. I know that's right. That's my boy Caden, bro. Sorry, my RuneScape kitten needs to eat a lobster. I got a chance. I don't think you're a Quarian. Sorry, lobster check? I'll go look. Let's go look at the total. I haven't cooked a single one. I've fished up. Isn't Ashley universally disliked? Nearly universally, yeah. I have 1,563 lobsters. We're looking pretty good. I'm almost 56 fishing rather. And then I'll probably, once I hit 56, maybe I'll stop. I know people who always saved Ashley, like, bitch. Yeah, bro. Especially, I don't know, like, Ashley's, like, such a hard ass, and I feel like she doesn't have that many redeeming qualities either. Like, Caden was, like, known as, like, being, like, the guy who's always trying to be, like, the angel on Shepard's ear. Like, he's, like, a good man, you know? And Ashley was, like, the opposite, you know? But not in a fun way where, like, Rex is, like, the devil on Shepard's shoulder. But he's, like, a big alien guy, so it's, like, fun. Hands up. Garrus. Garrus lovers, hands up. Let's hear it. I know you're in here. Where are the Garrus lovers? Garrus Vicarian. Let's see it. Yup. Yup. Hell yeah. There they are, the Garrus lovers. I haven't played Mass Effect, but he's hot. But, I mean, he is hot. His voice, holy moly. His mandibles. His snatched waist. He's so charismatic. He's funny. But he's serious too. Garrus rocks. Garrus rocks. I hate how the most, like, culturally significant woman to come out of Mass Effect is Miranda. Like, her whole story, like, proves... Like, they prove her whole, like, story, like... Right. I don't know. Yeah. She gave a Saturday night for me. Well. Happy evening. Never played Mass Effect. It's really good. If you really like sci-fi and generally good to great writing, play it. The first game has quite dated gameplay at this point, but it's not, like, terrible. And Mass Effect 2 is generally regarded as one of the best RPGs of all time. I like Miranda, but I get it. I think Miranda's fine, but she's just like, she was supposed to be like a critique of like Gooner bait characters, but her legacy is that she's a Gooner bait character. You understand? So for those who don't know, and this doesn't really spoil much about Mass Effect at all, but early on in Miranda's like character story, it's revealed that she was genetically engineered by her own father to be the best woman possible, both mentally and physically. So she's supposed to be like a critique of like, you know, like Gooner characters and like, you know, the perfect woman. But then all anyone saw was the perfect woman, and then that's her legacy, being like the sexy, smart, like lady. Thoughts on Andromeda? Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh, yikes. Oh, yeah. I played it. I beat it. That's all I gotta say about that. It's like the Hideo Kojima tweet. Played Mass Effect Andromeda, period. That's it. Hard, full stop. They put my man Mr. Krabs in that game? They sure did. They sure did. I mean, Andromeda, I'm not sure if it has any redeeming qualities, which is unfortunate. But I literally don't think it does. I generally like the premise. Yeah. I liked that's it. Yeah. So, hopefully whatever they're working on now is, good. BioWare has kind of, like, pooped their pants and, like, sat in it for the past, like, 10 years. So I kind of hope that changes. BioWare, if you're here, I believe in you guys. My bet is that Andromeda gets a passing mention at best in Mass Effect 4. I kind of hope the same. Because, like, the new Dragon Age game... like, what? BioWare used to be, like, the best game studio of all time. They were up there with, like, Rockstar. With, like, guys who only released bangers. I haven't played Veilguard, so I can't speak on its quality. I just don't hear anything about it, so I don't know. Like, people still talk about Mass Effect, and the first game came out, like, a zillion years ago. Like, it's got to be close to 20 years, no? Yeah, 2007. Dude, that was a fucking crazy-ass year. Halo 3, Mass Effect... I'm sure that was a stacked year. I bet whatever Call of Duty came out that year was also a classic. New KOTOR, though, I mean, I hope it's amazing. SWTOR is really good. And KOTOR 1 and 2 were both good. I talk about it all the time. And of all the people, this might be unexpected for those of you who don't know him, or if he hasn't talked about this. Xander Netherbrand, the only other guy who I know who's also a legendary player in the MMO Star Wars The Old Republic, which is the MMO, the Star Wars MMO, and to become a legendary player, you have to beat the campaigns of every single class. So like it takes quite a bit of work. He and I were talking about Spator last time. That's a Zanny's legendary on Spator. Yep. I think, yeah, he and I had spoken about it. I remember him saying he was legendary. We're both legendary. The MMO is legitimately so good. I went Inquisitor and like, damn, dude, so interesting. Yeah, it's actually like a pretty good follow-up to KOTOR, at least through the base game. I haven't played it in a while, so I can't speak for the newer content. But like through the base game, SWTOR's like writing and story is actually quite good. And it actually works really well as like a single player game anyway. And I just love Star Wars, bro. I love being a Sith. I love throwing people around. Level 56 fishing, by the way. I can now catch the common tench on Mulk Island with 5100. Okay. Well, we'll just keep going. The common tench, huh? 6 more levels and I can do monkfish. It's a lot of levels. It's got to be another 2,000 lobsters. Probably. Because since stream started, I have caught... maybe a little bit before stream. 460 lobsters. More like Tom Kench. Fish Sticks, you better have been watching Nayu stream, you motherfucker. You piece of shit. You better have been watching Nayuta Umbrage's 24-hour League of Legends stream. I think I'll try to play next time. Every time I was free to play, they were full. Lay off oomph. All I'm saying is I didn't see them in chat, and it was 24 hours of League of Legends. So, fake fish sticks. There's snake. Snickety snake. Don't believe the hype. Maybe I was lurking? You're not really a lurker here, huh? Or anywhere else I know that you frequent, so... Yikes. Yikes. Dude, I finally logged into my Shiki Katagami FSP account on League of Legends. They've really redone how the beginner experience is in this game. You get to be level 10 just to queue for PvP. Back in my day, you would make an account. First thing you do, queue into a PvP match. Run it down. Now I had to be level 10? I had to play 3 hours of intermediate bots yesterday. Bots. You still got to get to level 30 to comp? Probably. The bots are actually quite smart now. There's a jungle bot, and that shit will invade you. It's not good at it, but it will invade you. That's kind of impressive. But it only invades you because the game knows where you are, and it just sends the bot to your exact location. But that's interesting. Also, everyone was whining. Okay, the League of Legends community loves to whine. Every community loves to whine. They got jungle bots now? They do. In recent history, they had severely changed how you get access to the free-to-play currency in League of Legends, the currency that most people would use to acquire champions. And on my main account, that hasn't really been a problem because it's really old and I have every champion, or near enough. But obviously on my corporate account, it's brand new. But they hand out this currency like candy at the start, and they more than have the amount of currency it takes to get every character. So like, I don't know, man. I already have like 30 champions, and my account was made yesterday. I mean, I know there are like 100 and something champions, but I probably already have like 20% of them. They hand it out like candy. You can get like brand new champions cheap as dirt now. I don't know. They gotta help people catch up. Well, yeah, it's good, but everyone was complaining. Like, oh man, I used to be able to get so much more blue essence in a day. Brother, your account's 10 years old and you already have every character. But the systems for people who are just starting are way better. It's stingier after a while, but like for a brand new player, it's really good. Really good. First one's always free. I'd say yes, but like League of Legends isn't really like that. Obviously, it's really heavily monetized, but I wouldn't say it's aggressively monetized. Like, yes, there's some egregious $500 gacha skins or whatever, but it's not like a gacha game where that's like normal. In fact, I think the vast majority of the player base absolutely despises those. $500, yeah. There was some like faker, like RE faker skin, like the unkillable demon king RE or whatever, and it cost 500 like real dollars, and it had like this. The splash art was signed by Faker, and you know it has all these crazy effects, and it's like Faker. These are new as of like the past like year and a half of them doing that kind of thing, and they're for like the League of Legends like super fan. But whenever you see a guy in your game with that skin, which is pretty rare, everyone just points and laughs at them. So it's not like a gacha game where it tends to be like accepted to be like a whale of that caliber. In League of Legends, is still quite unacceptable to be a whale of that level. Don't get me wrong, people spend a lot of money on League of Legends, but it's on like small, like $5 to $20 items that aren't gacha, and over like years. But watching Nayu's stream, I was lurking and checking in every so often. Made me want to play, man. Made me want to play. I really want to try out that new jungle Zed technology. I want to try out the new champ. Can he jungle? Can Zahen jungle? We're 24 hours? Yeah, I don't know about that. Please give us the league. Maybe I'll start poking around to see if anyone's planning to play, and I can I can join a HopCon or something. Nayu plays pretty often. Gale plays. Anyone could jungle if you're hardcore enough? Yeah, I guess. Stream it? Yeah, I'm not sure if you'd catch League of Legends being streamed on my channel. Unless it's like a 5-man collab. If we haven't gotten 12-hour RuneScape, we can't get 24-hour League. I know that's right. Ash just tweeted about wanting to get into it. League? Ash tweeted about wanting to get into League? Grandpa, we gotta put you back to bed. Holy shit. No offense to Ash Devontae Carriel, okay? Love him to death. Of everyone in FSP, he might be on the lowest of gaming ability. League of Legends requires a very high amount of it's a really complex game to parse if you aren't like very super video game pilled, and not like in the classic way, like in the 500 menus with 15 years of systems built on top of each other and spaghetti everywhere, you know? It requires a high Tylenol percentage. Oh, don't get me wrong, Ash has that. But, like, in a different ways. In a different realm. Like, he's playing Mega Man right now. He's very familiar with Tylenol. I think he could do it if he really wanted to. Oh, I think so too. But I'm not sure if he'd want, you know, does he have the gumption? He may lack the stomach for the pain he will inflict upon himself. I've seen a lot of people bounce off League. A lot. Casper Catacini tried for a while. Anyone knows Casper Catacini? Me and some of my friends were trying to get him into it. That didn't go well. Yeah, that didn't go well for him. Because he's a baby gamer. He just can't parse. He can't parse the League of Legends. I think his and Ash's tastes are actually pretty similar, honestly. Like, they're both smart, and they both like games, but, like, their taste is so far out of the realm of League of Legends that, like, it might as well be rocket science. When the Riot MMO drops, Fish Sticks, it's gonna drop in 5 years, and it's going to be mediocre. It's going to be mediocre. I place this curse upon it. 2031, it's going to drop, and it's going to be mid at best. This is my curse. Nothing that has had this much hype around it with literally nothing shown deserves to succeed. It's like a ghost in the machine, and everyone's like, the Riot MMO. Ooh. Trust me, I would love for it to be good, but there's just no shot. There's just no shot. Though Riot has generally been pretty good with their IP. Like, Teamfight Tactics and 2XKO, as awful as the name that is. And, I mean, Legends of Runeterra. I mean, Valorant. I mean, they tend to be pretty good. So, maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll work out for them. Though a lot of companies have tried the MMO, and it hasn't gone well for them. So, braver men than them have tried and died. Valorant's dying in my country. If you don't mind me asking, what country is that? As far as I'm aware, Valorant's still huge. I'll turn you into paper mache. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people. Oh, yummy. Purple people eater. People. I love MMOs, but I don't trust Riot to be able to do it. Because no one's been able to do it in the past, like, 20 years. Final Fantasy XIV had to die, like, twice before they got something that was just okay. World of Warcraft is ancient. RuneScape is ancient. Like, that's it. What other MMOs are there? Guild Wars 2? It's, like, fine, I guess. Wizard 101, guys. You guys go back to the kids' table, okay? Elder Scrolls Online. I really wanted to like ESO. It could be the worst dog shit game, but if they have a Yordle race, I'd log on every day. Oh, man. That would be fucking sick. And my fear about the League MMO is that it doesn't... Like, they don't use the League lore as a foundation. Like, it's, like, set, like, specifically, like, our MMO is in Ionia. Period. Like, bro, it needs to be in the whole world. You need to be able to be from any of the main nations, you know? Oh, man, that would be so fucking grim. Because we talked about it during... Was it during the RuneScape stream? League of Legends actually has... pretty rich lore. That's the hell. MMO, it only takes place in Zaun and Piltover, and you could only be human. Oh my god, that is hell. That's the hell. Chrisier, I see you keep asking about Brazilian streamers. I don't know any, man. And if you could please stop spamming it. I don't live in Brazil. Come to Brazil? Maybe. Shiki Katagami, come to Brazil? Maybe. I mean, I've never been to South America. It'd be fun, I'm sure. I'd like to go. I'd like to at least go to every continent and, like, travel around. I'm new here. What's happening? Oh, we're just talking. I came from TikTok wanting to subscribe. Didn't expect it. Wait, what do you mean you came from TikTok? Huh? You were watching reels about me? Who's making reels about me? People are making clips on TikTok and people are actually coming here? Poggers! Well, that rocks. I post your clips on there. They have over 100,000 views. Wait, is that real? Bro, I have to go look. What the hell? The Shiki stocks are rising. I was talking to one of my IRLs yesterday, and they were actually saying that they on their, like, account, they don't follow any VTubers or anything on. They're starting to see Shiki Katagami stocks rise. And it's all thanks to my efforts and the efforts of my glorious and cutieful clippers. I'm telling you guys, clip farming, goated. And yet, during our stream yesterday, Caelen and I didn't clip farm a single time. We were literally just playing the game. But, get me in a LAMENTUS collab. Whew. Whew. LAMENTUS 5-man collab. Nobody clip farms like this guy. Nobody. There's a fair amount of LAMENTUS content on TikTok. That's kind of epic. Dude, I want to say that some of the boys were talking to management about getting official accounts pre-debut, but I don't know what happened to that. I don't know if they ever got them. 600-year-old Shikigami still clip farms the old-fashioned way? I know that's right. LAMENTUS collabs when they're in a comedic flow state is Clip City collabs. Large collabs are generally Clip City, for sure. Grandpa, did you just say Tic Tac? My bad, cuh. Shit. Guy can't have a slip of the tongue anymore? Fuck you. Lucy has one? Oh. Screaming compilation peak? Mm-hmm. Bro, I don't know what's going on with the others. Are you embarrassed? Screech, man. Everyone was just dying silently. Bro, it's fun to screech. Let it out. Scream, shout, let it all out. My ears, though? Yeah, but did you laugh? If the answer is yes, then your ear pain is the payment. Gotta howl a horrible howl. Absolutely. Loud equals funny, and I would say 90% of cases that is true. You howl like a wolf? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was really funny because no one could copy it. Bro. It's like they're recording machinimas in Halo 3 in their basement, and their mom is asleep and they don't want to wake her up. Let it out, brother. Let it out. I mean, I'm trying to think of other people who are okay with that. I think Cass and Roscoe, like, don't really have a volume limiter. They're both, like, you know, they get loud when they crash out and stuff. Are you on Twitch? Nope. This is it. This is where you can find me. As far as streams are concerned. Let out the beast. They killed Warwick, but left the beast. I love Warwick. I love Warwick. Let's see. Who else? Flayon. Loud as fuck. Flayon is so fucking loud. Bettle is loud. I love Warwick. So glad they never turned him into a weird human. I know, right? That'd be awful if they did that. Axel is loud. How many streams do you do a week? Probably between 3 and 6, depending. Averaging probably 4 or 5. Probably 4 on average. I try to take off at least 1 day a week, maybe 2 days. Gerard, oh, that guy's loud as fuck. Ruse too. No, Ruse isn't as much like a yeller as he is like when he crashes out and gets excited and he's like arguing with chat. But I don't think he howls like a wolf. At least not that I've seen. Oh, of course, talking about him again. Casper Catacini. Holy fuck. If anyone watches Casper Catacini in here, loudest man in the world. Casper Catacini is loud. And his mic peaks bad. Yeah. He's funny, bro. I need to talk to him about collabing. It'd be fun. Now that we're in the new year and it's a bit past debut, I'm looking to try to branch out, you know? I think Gerard might be the loudest one. Surely. I like when he goes, "Aye!" Yeah, that's a Casper classic. A Vtuber house would need a lot of noise cancellation. That, or you just have to live pretty far from, like, you have to make sure that your house is far from other houses and you don't care if your mic picks up other people. Because I just know that my streamer friends, if they're streaming and they're hooting and hollering or doing karaoke or something, you can literally hear them from the street outside their house. So, like, you want to make sure that there's some space in between your house and the other house. Yeah. It gets loud. Which is why I'm amazed I've never gotten any noise complaints. Though I guess I stream at a time that's not like quiet time. Shiki hooting and hollering 5-hour stream? Define hooting and hollering. Well, you're in a cave, so... Yeah, but the acoustics in here, it like rebounds off the walls and then out the opening in the ceiling. Like an acoustic blast. What time is it where I live? It's just about 11 a.m. Sonic Volcano? Yeah. There is a very old... Is it Rocket Jump or College Humor skit? I think it might be Freddie W? If it's not, it's College Humor. It's called The Milkman. And it's about a superhero who is a milkman. And he defeats villains by spraying milk at them out of his mouth. And he saves a guy from getting mugged by spraying milk all over the mugger. And at the end, the civilian looks at him and he's like scared. He's like, were you harmed by my guttural blasts? And for some reason, it's like a vocal take that's been with me for literally like 15 years. You can look it up. It's a thing that's real. I'm not making this up. Were you harmed by my guttural blasts? No, man. I'm good. I have to Google it now, just to make sure. I think it is College Humor. No, this is... Ben Schwartz Milkman is not the one. So maybe it was Freddie W. It was Freddie W. It was Freddie W. It's on Rocket Jump. Yeah, Freddie W in 2025. Can you believe it? Do you watch anime? Not so much anymore. I used to watch a lot, though. $2026 even. Holy shit, you're right. Holy fuck. When the inexhaustible flow of time catches up to you. Do you read any manhwas or webtoons? No, I don't. Nothing against them, but I just don't have any that I read. I read, God, years ago. What was that? I read Bastard years ago. The webtoon Bastard. I read that years and years ago. And I read... What was it called? It was by the same author, I thought. Sweet Home, that I thought was good. Yeah. Have you heard of a little webcomic called Homestuck? No. No. You want to talk about Homestuck? Go see Crimson Ruse. Okay. I was doing like jock things instead of reading Homestuck. I was PKing noobs in the wildy. I was grinding up my strength levels. Do you read BL? No. Have you watched Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun? Yeah, it's cute. I like Nozaki-kun. Have you picked a novel for the book club yet? Because of all the Baruda travel, Menshi is... I'm definitely really behind on, like, getting the Menshi stuff sorted. But this month, I'm definitely... Especially once Mane-san is back from their New Year's break. I am looking to get all my ducks in a row when it comes to Menshi and, like, the Shiki mascot. And all that stuff. So, yep. We're a bit behind, but we're plugging away. We're plugging away at stuff. It was just kind of an interesting time to debut at the end of October because, like, you know, we had 1 month and then the second month is like entirely away from home. So it was really hard for us to like work on stuff for our own independent channels, and we were all like working on Skyward Fates and the meet and greets and stuff. Yeah. But I think we're speaking for all of LAMENTUS, I think we're gonna start getting a lot of our stuff in gear here in the next month or so. Hopefully. Ideally, even. Yeah. So excited to draw the Shiki now, for real. And then you guys can get made into like a marketable plush, and I can strangle you for minutes. That's a quote from one of my friends. I think we were playing League of Legends, and one of our other friends was coming up to steal his kill, and he said something like, if you take this kill from me, I will strangle you for minutes. And we've been quoting it for like 3 years. 4 years. You're doing detrimental things to my speech patterns. You gotta thank me, because people are gonna think that's funny as fuck. As long as you say it to friend group B and not friend group A. Friend group A is gonna think that you're a psychopath. But friend group B, that's gonna be a banger. I'm saying knock knock, honey, I home. So much this week, I don't even know the reference. That one's also College Humor. That one's College Humor. It's a skit called Stepdad, and it's about a guy in the office has a stepdad who's like a younger stepdad, and he's trying to impress him. And the very first thing he says when he walks up to them is "Canuck, canuck, honey, I home." Yep. He's like trying to be cool and hip. Do you know Corridor Digital? Yeah, they're one of the YouTube old guard. Though they have being tactful, strayed from the path. But yeah, I know of them. The way he says ambulance, oh my god, the ambulance. Emmy is a knower. Emmy is a knower. That's a deep cut. Keep talking shit and you get a free ride in the ambulance. Funny as fuck. Funny as fuck. The whole bit is that he's a young stepdad, and and he finally the father he's replacing he was known for giving away pizzas, and he finally reconciles with his stepson who works in the office, the College Humor office, and right when they reconcile, he gets a call from his wife, obviously, and he's, you know, the son's mom. And he's like really bad on the phone with her. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. College Humor used to be so goated. I know we've spoken about it before. Dropout is supposedly good, but man, that golden era of College Humor was funny as fuck. Funny as fuck. Yeah. Classic Jake and Amir and all that. The classic Hardly Working. Not to mention that a lot of it was just completely politically incorrect. Which, I mean, is neither here nor there. I'm not gonna, like, you know, condemn it. But just in today's climate, it just wouldn't fly. It just wouldn't fly. And yeah. They were funny though. Can't believe that Freddie W's coming back. It's been, you know, a million years, and he uploaded on Rocket Jump. He's like, we're back. He is? Yeah. They were uploaded, like, literally, like, a month or two ago. Like, we're back. We're working on a film. We're back. I think he uploaded it on Rocket Jump, I thought. Yeah. And he kind of spent, like, most of the video, like, reminiscing on his, like, career and, you know, what they did right, what they did wrong, and you know, he's like, well, we're back. Good for him, Freddie W. One of the YouTube greats for sure. It's always kind of a shame that I feel like he's not as well known as some of the people I feel he paved the way for. But yeah. He has a D&D podcast? See, like, how do I not know this? How do I not know this? Dungeons and Daddies? What? How do I not know this? Oh my god, guys. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, yesterday I was talking to Gavis Bettel, and he had told me that he had started to play Baldur's Gate 3. And I said, oh yeah, that's really cool. And he said, is this game inspired by Dungeons and Dragons? And I said, what do you mean? It is Dungeons and Dragons. And he said, what? Wait, but like, I thought it was Baldur's Gate. I said, no, it takes place like on the Sword Coast-ish. Like it takes place in the Forgotten Realms. Like it is Dungeons and Dragons. He's like, oh, that would explain the Beholder. He asked if like the Illithids were like, wait, so those are in Dungeons and Dragons? And I said, yes. Like, those are in Dungeons. It's all in Dungeons and Dragons. All of it. He's, like, gotta be, like, the most just a guy ever. Like, don't get me wrong. He's loving Baldur's Gate 3, but he's so unplugged from, like, the cultural zeitgeist of humanity that like he was enjoying it as its own original IP, not understanding that it's literally built off of like 60 years of Dungeons and Dragons. Insane. I couldn't believe it. Can you do a good Betel impression? I don't think so. No. Though I guess this is a good time to say that we're ending stream because we just hit 3 hours. And I need to go get a coffee and start the rest of my day. Speaking Gavis Betel, my next stream is tomorrow with Gavis Betel. It is at 2 p.m. PST. We are playing a game called Paddle Paddle Paddle, I believe. And it should be fun. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. Get that Shiki mobile working? Yeah, I really want to today, like really bad. I guess additionally, I'll say, I know it's been a while since I had to shill anything. And this isn't like a mandated thing. I just want to have a reminder, because there have been a lot of new and unfamiliar faces in here. The Skyward Fates tickets are technically and literally still available until January 14th. If you want to watch the concert with all of us, it's not going to be live. It'll be the VOD. But the tickets, you can still buy the tickets for another week and a half if you want to see it or have any interest in that. So, yep. That's it. I'm almost 57 fishing. I caught almost 600 lobsters during the stream. I raised 1.5 cats. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. It was fun. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow for Gavis Betel collab, Paddle Paddle Paddle. That's it. That's it, guys. 1.5 cats. Yeah, I raise cats in RuneScape and I trade them for runes. Bye, everybody. Wolfram, get that bag and coffee, Diva. Thank you, Wolfram, for paying for the new Shiki Mobile battery. Thank you, Wolfram. Ending the stream with an Akka. Very generous of you. Appreciate that. I'm going to see who you guys are rating. I think a Marvel Rivals stream, some kind of Marvel Rivals collab started like 1 minute ago. So that's probably where you guys are going. But let me see. Redirect. Yep. Yep. I think Carlos is there. Caelen. He's not live yet? Uh-oh. Well, he's not live yet, so you guys are gonna go see Gale instead. He's playing Frog Detective 2 and 3. Bye. Bye, everybody. Shiki, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the supas. Thanks for the stamps. Thanks for the gifted. Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the TikToks. Thanks for the clips. Thanks for the tweets. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. Here's the 2026 and more lobsters. Shiki, everybody. Bye. 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 See you tomorrow for the collab. Be there or be dead.